On a warm summer afternoon, a group of bikers roared into a small town, known for its quirky shops and vibrant community. They were a tight-knit crew, often seen as rebels who lived for the thrill of the open road. As they parked their gleaming motorcycles outside a local diner, they drew the attention of curious onlookers. Among them was an elderly veteran named Frank, who had spent decades serving his country. Sitting on a bench nearby, Frank watched the bikers with a mix of admiration and apprehension. As the bikers entered the diner, they took over the space with their loud laughter and boisterous conversations. Frank couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia as he recalled his younger days riding with his friends. However, he also remembered the respect and camaraderie that came with the motorcycle culture. The bikers seemed to lack that sense of honor as they made jokes at the expense of others in the diner. Frank felt a stirring in his heart, something that compelled him to stand up for the values he held dear. After finishing his coffee, Frank decided to approach the group. With a steady gait, he walked over and introduced himself. "Hey there, I'm Frank, a veteran," he said, his voice calm but firm. The bikers paused momentarily, their laughter fading as they turned to face him. "What do you want, old man?" One of them scoffed, clearly dismissive. Frank took a deep breath and shared his story of service, his time in the military, and the bonds he formed with his fellow soldiers. He spoke of the sacrifices made and the importance of respect and honor. As he spoke, he noticed the expressions of some bikers beginning to shift from arrogance to curiosity. "You may ride bikes and think you're tough," he continued, "but true strength comes from how you treat others, especially those who have served." The atmosphere in the diner became charged with tension as the bikers exchanged glances. One of them, named Jake, who had been the loudest, suddenly stepped forward. "You think you can lecture us just because you wore a uniform?" he challenged, but there was a hint of uncertainty in his tone. Frank responded with a gentle yet powerful reminder of the code of honor that bikers often lived by. "It's not just about the bike you ride or the image you portray," he said, "it's about the respect you show to each other and the community." As the conversation unfolded, more patrons in the diner began to listen intently. They recognized the truth in Frank's words and began to nod in agreement. The bikers could feel the shift in the room as the community rallied around the veteran. The laughter that once filled the diner was replaced by an air of reflection. Jake looked around at his friends, realizing that they had not only disrespected Frank, but also the values they claimed to uphold. "Maybe we've been acting like jerks," he admitted, his voice softer now. "We didn't mean any harm, but we got carried away." Frank smiled warmly, sensing the change in the atmosphere. "It takes a strong person to admit when they're wrong," he replied. In that moment, the bikers began to understand the impact of their actions. Frank's courage to confront them had sparked a revelation. They offered apologies, not just to Frank, but to everyone in the diner, acknowledging that their behavior had been out of line. The atmosphere lightened as the bikers and the community began to bond over shared stories and laughter. As the sun began to set, the diner transformed into a space of camaraderie and understanding. Frank shared tales of his adventures as a soldier, while the bikers recounted their own experiences on the road. They discovered common ground, realizing that despite their different backgrounds, they all shared a love for freedom and adventure. By the end of the evening, what started as a tense encounter blossomed into new friendships. Frank and the bikers exchanged contact information, promising to ride together in the future. The bikers left the diner with a newfound respect for the military community and a deeper understanding of what it means to be part of a brotherhood. This true story serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes it takes an unexpected encounter to challenge our beliefs and inspire change. Frank's bravery in standing up for his values not only educated the bikers, but also united the community, reinforcing the importance of respect, compassion, and understanding across generations. In the end, it was a day that brought together hearts and minds, reminding everyone that we are all connected by the stories we share and the respect we give to one another.